of giving them the demography, changing the demography for them. This is 21st century, where the people are wise and we know our boundaries. We know our land. You don't tell us where our land is and come from Yoruba land to tell us where your boundary ends, or come from the Fulani Caliphate to tell us where your boundary end, our boundary end. No, that was then. During the time of Usman Danfodio and during the time of Babangida, where you use your military degree to do whatever you want. This time around, it is not going to work like that. We know our boundary. Our boundary has been defined by the Biafra government. Our state and institutions has also been put in place by the Biafra government. So our declaration is going to state very clearly the grievances we have against Nigeria, why Biafra has come to become a remedy. Now, I use instances always, making references to the United States. Just as in the 1776 of the U.S. Declaration, when they become a new state, then they presented this particular new state of the United States as the only remedy the listed grievances for them to declare the independence of the United States. Biafra will be presented to the world as the only remedy to the insecurity that Nigeria has created in quest to bring the Islamization of Nigeria and, of course, that turn Nigeria into Islamic State. We are going to present Biafra government as a remedy to the United States, to the West, and to every other world power that cares to know. Part of the grievances will be the killings by the terrorists and the high-level corruption and political crisis that Nigeria has found itself today without any solution. Since the last election, which the European Union condemned, which the United Nations condemned, which the America condemned, and faulted everything that has to do with the result of the last election. Yet, they are recognizing the criminal who called himself Tinubu as the president. Because Nigerians are stupid. Nobody rise up against, because everybody have been captured and enslaved with terrorism. If you do, they kill you, they assassinate you. That's why many of them are bragging. Whenever we talk, they say, Samanaka, come to Nigeria so we believe you. Do you know why? Because they think that we are going to be as stupid as those people that have killed in the past. Kensaro Wiwa, should we start mentioning them? Anybody that rise up to challenge the impunity of the Nigeria state, the terrorist state, they eliminate the person. What is the other name? The Yoruba man, Gani Fawemi or whatever is called. He was assassinated. These are people who think they can make changes within the Nigeria state. It's impossible. Even this criminal called Tinubu, he ran away. He would have been killed by the military administration then, because he thought that he can have any political movement, to change whatever he want to change then, before he came back to become the governor. He ran away to exile, probably France, because I know he has a very good relationship with people in France. Now, just like the United States, we are going to present Biafra after 2nd of December as the only remedy to the political crisis in Nigeria today. We will present Biafra as the only remedy to the upsurge of terrorists in the Sahel. I am telling you, nobody will see what we are doing today as a government in exile and don't give us that particular opportunity. We have proven beyond reasonable doubt that as Nigeria as a failed state, the only remedy that will save the life of people and also save the interests of the West, because no matter how you want to say it, we still have to protect the interests of the West, which goes a very long way in making sure that our society still remain in a sane, we still remain in a sane society, both in conflict-wise, insecurity-wise, national security, and what have you. So Nigeria no longer function as a law-governed state, capable of resolving its current political and economic crisis. My people of Biafra, our declaration in December is providing a remedy, providing alternative to the Biafra people and to the world, and to those who have business interests in the area, in Sahel region, and in Nigeria as a whole, because this is going to affect them positively. So Nigeria have found itself in a situation where they have become incapacitated. They are not capable of resolving every crisis that they are facing today. So the state is already a failed state. So what are we going to do in December 2nd? Our declaration will offer solution. And like I said, remedy, remedy, remedy to the economic crisis, to the insecurity, to the upsurge of terrorism, and what have you. And we believe that those who supported Nigeria to commit genocide against Biafrans in the 60s must be very ashamed of themselves today. Though we can see that many of them who are very corrupt, I am talking about those in America, for example, like, some of them we have seen removing Nigeria from the list of, special interest of a state that have committed crime against Christians, for example. Those who remove Nigeria without investigation, they are struggling very hard, trying not to look stupid by their continuous support for the Nigeria, even when they knew that Nigeria is already a failed state. The more they try to revive Nigeria, following their fake diplomatic ties, and the more Nigeria will continue to fail them. So, my people, there is no two ways about it. This time around, we have come to outsmart the nomadic system of Nigeria. And of course, our aim and objective is to bring and restore true democracy in Biafra land, which will affect the entire region. After December 2nd, we will move to the next level, which I call the phase 2 of the Biafra liberation, which this phase 2 will see the establishment and the activation of the state institution within Biafra land, which is already functional as I speak. That will take over the Nigeria state functions, will take over the functions of other institutions from the Nigeria state, and that is the part of the delegitimization of Nigeria. And by announcing the United States of Biafra commitment to several international sanctioned principles, policies, and international recognized organization that Nigeria never had, we are going to make sure we approach every international organization that Nigeria has violated their treaties with impunity, providing Biafra to them and presenting Biafra as a remedy and alternative. With what we have done so far, we have been able to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you can't forge any document in Biafra and present it anywhere. We have eliminated the possibility to forge document, unlike the runners and all the criminals in Yoruba land are doing. That's what they do. They make a living by forgery. So my people in the United States, for those who are very, very unsure of what will happen after December 2nd, I am telling you now, giving you a hint. Our declaration of independence or declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra will be expected to legitimize the Biafra government in the eye of other non-terrorist states. This is going to take a very long time, and it requires many diplomatic approach, political approach, and of course, it also requires commitment from the Biafra government, which I believe we are not shaking from that end. In turn, we will be expected to recognize Biafra, and we don't care how long this will take. This kind of legitimization of Biafra state will be culminated in the quest or in our request or appeal to other state and international organizations to recognize the independence of Biafra. Our grievances that we expected to be listed on the declaration document has been drafted or has been drafted by our committee on the declaration of the declaration drafting committee will include the grievance declaration, the institutionalizing declaration, and the commitment declaration. I want you all in the United States to listen to this. Very, very important. We are going to have 3 major grievances in our declaration document. And so, if you don't know what we are doing, we are fighting Nigeria academically, we are fighting Nigeria with brain, we are fighting Nigeria physically, and we are fighting Nigeria with gun. So let me repeat it again. I said, the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra will cover 3 major grievances. One is grievances declaration, institutionalizing declaration, and the commitment declaration. And this different declaration will be elaborated during the time of our convention in Finland. So when you come to Finland, you're going to have first-hand information, and you are going to read the history, be part of the history, and stay where the history is happening, so that you will not say they told you, or you will not say you watch it from the social media. No, you are going to be there. Those who are privileged to come to Finland, you will be there to witness this thing yourself, how it is done. So, and then after that, you know, when I made a video the other day to explain to Biafrans who will be expecting that immediately after the declaration, the police will disappear from Biafra. No, the military will disappear. Of course, most of them use it to do propaganda, which doesn't move us. Because the thing is that they don't know what we are doing. They don't have the information, and they will never have the information. And even if they do, they will never support Biafra. And we don't expect everybody to support Biafra. Like I've said previously, even this Finland, when they voted 88 over 100, you know how many that voted for Finland Declaration of Independence. So what I'm trying to say is that the United States, those Biafrans in the United States, all of you must understand that the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra in December is going to come with a heavy Edoakanon to the enemies, both the outside and within. Yes. And so we are going to be taking a little bit step forward to the Edoakanon that is happening presently. It is a must. So those who think that Simon Ekpa is laughing at them or laughing with them, my brother, don't look at this laugh and this face. I have always warned, if you follow this face, you'll be deceived. I am not here with a clean eye, fighting for Biafra, fighting against Nigeria Islamic State, fighting against the terrorist state of Nigeria, Ejira Anyoma, and Osa Nigeria. Don't look this face, it will deceive you. I want to assure you that in the coming weeks on this lockdown of Nigeria institution is going to be a litmus test of what is to come. We will continue to prove to Nigeria terrorist state that they have lost every legitimacy to govern anybody in Biafra territory. That's our target. There is no other target we have. The reason why this 1 month lockdown of Nigeria institution in Biafra land is to prove to them that they have lost the legitimacy. And if they try to bring those terrorists to kill our people and put it on Biafra people who are ready to take it upon them or take it with them, we are not going to move any inch backward, in the sense that when they try to kill people, they say, oh, Simon Ekpa put the lockdown, they are locking. That is what. If you make yourself a willing tool, you have yourself to blame, and your family will ever regret allowing you to be used as a propaganda machine by the Nigeria state. Nothing is going to come out of it, I promise you. Do not fall a victim of the Nigeria state because of your hatred for freedom. Do not fall a victim of the Nigeria state because of the peanut you receive from the secretariat. Secretariat will be raised in time to come. I am telling you, we are still watching them. Let any secretariat open and you see what Biafra is going to do to that secretariat. That land belongs to us, and we dictate and decide how we use it. And after that, we will rebuild our land. So Biafra government needs your support to make sure that we achieve this particular step-by-step delegitimization of Nigeria until December, when we will have our convention in Finland. Thank you from here, and may God bless you. I don't want to waste your time. And let us go to the main program that we have today in the United States. I love all of you.
PM.
Ndewo. Ndewo.
Una fuga n'eze bie bataluga
Nigeria is dealing with a wrong generation.
Yes.
I promise them that. Very wrong generation. After this, Biafra, liberation, if they hear Okechukwu, they hear Njoku or Onagise, they will know that they will have some kind of reservation. Media team and the United States of America, the Biafra.
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as it is. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to all your notification buttons so that whenever our news drop, it will be the best first. We will collect them. Happy New Year, my wonderful people. Welcome back to the newest year of 2025. Very soon it is going to be more like this Happy New Year we are hearing now. We might not be hearing it again in less than 10 days. And remember that New Year, the month of January is usually like 4 months or something like 3 months. So I hope you have gathered yourself, you and yours and your family. All right, welcome back. On information dropping on my table is that a Catholic priest have shot down 3 boys on the 31st night of 2024 because of fireworks. The reason why he did this is what we are here to know. Let's go down to that information. A Catholic Reverend Father alleged shot and killed a boy during New Year Mass in Amimo, Imo State on January 1st, 2025. Eyewitnesses claim the boy was setting off fireworks in the church when the priest opened fire. Authorities are investigating the incident as the community demands answers. A tragic incident occurred during the New Year Mass at St. Columbus Catholic Church in Amimo, Ikeduru local government area, Imo State, when a priest allegedly shot 3 boys dead. Eyewitnesses report that the young man had been setting off fireworks within the church premises, disrupting the service. The priest, who identified remains undisclosed, reportedly picked up a firearm and shot all 3 boys, leaving the community in shock and mourning. The boys, who were part of the congregation, reportedly ignited the fireworks during the service, causing alarm and panic among those present in church. Security personnel and the priests are said to have reacted swiftly to restore order, with the tragic result of 3 lives lost. As of now, there has been no official statement from the diocese or local authorities. However, investigations are ongoing and the priests are expected to review more details about the circumstances of the shooting. The incident has sparked outrage and call for justice, with the community demanding transparency regarding the motive behind the priest's action. All right, this is happening live in Imo State. Some of you who are listening to us from the diaspora all over the world, you might be wondering where Imo State is located. Imo State is located in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And where this thing happened is in one of the local government in Imo State called Ikeduru local government. And the name of the church is St. Columbus. And where this thing happened is where they call Amimo in Ikeduru local government area of Imo State, southeastern part of Nigeria. All right, this is happening. Well, recently, if you want to talk about the main place, you would say that is the city of the Biafran people. That's where the place is located. I'm all mentioning these places so that you'll be able to know where the particular place is located. But another thing is that I wonder what a priest is doing with a firearm in a church service. That is ridiculous. It is ridiculous that a priest was using a firearm, even though nobody adịghị mma, But remember, these priests are the ones who tell us to, put all our hope in God and allow God to protect us. Jesus is our Odeshi, which I believe. And I myself, I have not been this kind of person that I've been so much afraid that even in a church service, I'll be carrying a firearm. In Nigeria, yes, you can register your firearm, especially the double barrel, the single barrel, the pump action for your safety. It is registrable. If you have the license from the police, you can use it as yours. But what a priest is doing with it is what I don't know. And of course, everybody know that 31st, it is more like a tradition in nook and crannies of most of the developed countries where people use firearm to celebrate the new year, to welcome the new year. And the priest, even if he did not grow up in Nigeria or wherever he grew up, should know that it is a tradition. It has become a tradition. And those who sell these fireworks, they have more businesses like during this festive period. On another information, kidnappers demand additional 60 million for release of couple after their family sold house, car, and other belongings to raise 10 million ransom. You don't share. This issue of kidnapping, it's becoming, very alarming in our nation because that has become the order of the day. And even this Christmas, last December 2024, I did not see a lot of nattered people, a lot of people who live abroad. They did not come back either because of fear or one or two things, because they thought that maybe something would happen to them, and something would happen, because if you think that something will not happen, definitely it happens. It usually happens because the country where we find ourselves, the government has failed us woefully. They have failed to protect the people. Meanwhile, let's go down to that information. Abductors of a retired civil servant, Malan Yakubu Dada, and his wife have refused to release them after paying 10 million ransom. The couple was kidnapped along Kogatara-Tagina Road in Niger State in October 2024, according to a journalist with Daily Trust. Akote Sadiq Abubakar, Dada's family sold his house, car, and household items to raise the 10 million they paid to the kidnappers. However, the kidnappers demanded an additional 60 million ransom and 10 motorcycles, which they said they cannot meet as they have sold all their valuables. All right, this is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. And sometimes the reason why I bring all this news together for you is that there was a time the trend in this country was the trend of the BH and the rest of them, the SWAP. And people were thinking it's something that was happening in the Sahel part, that somehow it is not going to come down to the southeastern part of Nigeria. But as it is now, this has become the order of the day. The issue of kidnap and the rest of them has become the order of the day, even in this southeast. And the government are the cause of all these things, because had it been that the government provide work, provide social amenities, provide work opportunities for the youths who are graduating out of the university, in those days, in the 60s, early 60s, early 70s, if you graduate from school, giving you a work is not a problem. You already know that you have work as far as your result is good. But these days, the chances of getting work is very slim. And even if you get, it is if you know someone that knows someone, or someone that knows someone, or someone that knows someone. Back to the information, we are yet to find out why this Catholic priest came into the church with a firearm. He shot boys who were preparing to carry out fireworks. Of course, firework is simply known as knockout in this our side. In case of you who don't know what fireworks it is knockout. Those knockout ala na 31st, or maybe during those festive period, or ihe ụmụazị na-agba. A priest in St. Columbus Anglican Church in Amimo, Ikeduru local government area of Imo State, a priest there because of this firework, shot some boys dead. And investigation is still ongoing to be able to find out, what actually transpired. This priest, anger for this young boy. As it is, as a man don't buy a mother 4 young sisters in hotel room with the help of his father to save their honor. O say Taylor, a man buy the father, buy the mother, buy the 4 young sisters with the help of his own father to save their honor. I don't know this kind of saving honor, but a lot is happening in the world of today. And my prayer is that you and yours will see the end of this year 2025 that we have entered, and also all of us go celebrate on the 31st of December. This is where I'll be winding down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us, kindly go ahead, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for listening. God bless you.